So my story is called The Bloody Knife, and it's from Micmac tribe. And in this story, long ago, there were these two warriors who battled one another. And how this battle started was that they had just had this really extreme argument, and knives were pulled. And so this battle was a very bloody battle. And so they just started going at it like grizzlies, pulling at each other's hair, tearing their clothes off, stabbing one another, cutting one another. But suddenly, one of the warriors fell into the creek. And his knife slipped from his palm and onto a rock on the bottom of the creek. And he tried to grab it, but mind you, he is very wounded, many stab wounds, scratches, and so he tried with all his might to get his knife. But the shocking thing was that the knife kept moving away from him. It was just barely inches from his fingertips. And so he tried and tried again until he finally gave up, and the creek just became red from his blood. And so he died of blood loss. And the other warrior with a victorious smile looked at the fallen warrior and saw that he was lying face down in the creek. His fingertips just barely inches from a knife. And an hour passed after the bloody battle, and the fallen warrior's people have found him in the creek, carefully picked up his body and took him to dry land. And they saw his bloody knife on the rock, so they went to go get it. But the real thing is that it was the same thing. The knife would move away from the fingertips. And so they tried and tried again, the same result. So after that, they decided to leave the bloody knife and take the fallen warrior back to his home to have a proper burial. And after many years have passed, seasons have come and go. The creek has no rippling water. It's just very still, and the knife is just still on that same rock. And what's really surprising about this, or interesting I might say, is that the knife is that the creek is not very deep. That the creek is not very deep, and so it should be easy for people to grab the knife, but just to know that the knife moves away from them is very scary but interesting. And so, in conclusion, they call it one call, the creek, meaning knife, but many right men has called it the Bloody Creek. Thank you.